All right, and we're moving on to chapter 5.4, and this is the distributive property. And I actually think this is the most important property in algebra because you see it all the time. And I actually think about it as double multiply. And a signal that it is distributive is parentheses. Of course, that's a signal for a lot of things, but pay attention and we'll be looking at it. So distributive is really what it says. It distributes what's outside the parentheses times what's inside the parentheses. So on page 376 in your book, follow along, it says examples. 4 times 6 plus 2. So this kind of bugs me a little bit because this really isn't distributive as so much as order of operations. But we're going to be looking at it with order distributive instead of order of operations. So really, in order of operations, you would circle what's ever inside and do that. 8, circle and solve, and bring it on down. And it is 32. But the distributive property is saying 4 times 6 plus 2 is really what I call double multiply, because you can take what's outside the parentheses and multiply this here. 4 times 6 is 24, and then 4 times positive 2, because that term is 8. And sure enough, you add those together, you get 32. And that's kind of a weird way, because really it should be with a variable in it. And so I don't mind if you solve in order of operations or distributive, but once you get a variable, I want you to be looking at distributive. So I'm going to pull one in. 4 times x plus 7. So order of operations says, look inside the parentheses. Well, x plus 7. I can't do anything with that, so we're going to go outside. So I would say, perfect example of distributive. We have 4 times x is 4x, and 4 times the whole term, 28. 4 times 7 is 28. And I cannot combine terms because one's an x and one's a constant, so I just box that in. So you're distributing the 4 to the x and the 4 to the 7. All right, let's do another one with a variable because this is where it really works out. So negative 2 times parentheses x minus 8. So it's going to get a little bit tougher because we're looking at negatives too. And we're taking this whole, the number takes the sign, times this term, and that is negative 2. Remember, that's understood to be 1. So negative 2 times 1 is negative 2x. And then this whole term times that term. Do you see the negative? The number takes a sign. So it's negative 2 times negative 8 is positive 16. And then you look at the terms, negative 2x plus 16. And you cannot combine them, so you just simply box them in. Hope this helps. Bye-bye.